I don't know if I can fix this. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie, and I want to turn 140 pounds of legal US currency into an epic artwork. Except messing with money is illegal. Oops, I already started. Don't send this video to a cop. This is the beginnings of that epic artwork, and I'm hoping by the end of this we will have a giant dollar sign with some extra surprises. Stay tuned. In case you missed it, to get to this point I had to spend 3 days biking to every LA bank collecting 25,000 pennies because can you believe banks don't usually get asked for 25,000 pennies all at once? Once I got them all open, I figured out how to get them to start looking like I want, all structured and sculpture-y. Of course, I'm still concerned about the structure because this is only a bottom dollar and it broke in the last video. And there's a lot more mess that needs to happen up here, so I don't know if I can pull this off, but now that I've got you invested, we're all banking on me. Okay, let's see the dollar rise. We're already 10 bottles of glue in, so it'll be fun to track that market too. This part's gonna be tough because I have 2 curves going at the same time that I need to negotiate. I want to thank you for showing up for this finale. It is a rule that a 2-part series does not work in the YouTube algorithm, but somehow you are here for me watching and we are breaking YouTube's stupid laws. Is that bending right? You know, the actual shape that I'm trying to make was a very thought out design. Here, let me show you. I started by building out this whole mood board to try and figure out how this should look. I'm going to explain this tool right now, and if you're thinking about skipping ahead, I would highly suggest not, because I asked this company if I could make a public mood board for all of my pallies to edit all at once, and they were like, yeah, sure. And they do not know what they've gotten themselves into. We're going to make something outrageous. Okay, explanation. Does your brain feel like a million scribbles and you wish you could see it laid out sensibly? This is Milanote and it does that. They call it the tool for organizing your creative projects, and I call it being able to turn your brain into a picture. Now, my brain and I are using this online canvas that helps you plan and brainstorm and collaborate on ideas. And as I was organizing my brain for this project, my brain was like, ooh, let's think about something else. And then Milanote dealt with it. I now have this nested note with a separate idea. Now my scribbles are all there and I can see them. And now let me show you my other project. This is a sneak peek at something coming up, this bonus that you get for paying attention. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm starting a new board. And oh yeah, you can also use templates to get a jumping off point. And they even have, look at this craft maker stuff, in case your brain scribbles are not the same as my brain scribbles. But let's start with blank, and I'm going to call this something outrageous I did. I always get to show you the outrageous things that I do, but you all never get to show me, and this is that chance. I can go to this share button and yes, send via email, or make a public link. Now, anyone with a link can come in here and be creative, and guess what? You are someone with the link. So go show me something outrageous you did. I'm gonna start by adding in my chocolate bear video because I'm really proud of that. It doesn't have to be a video, it can be a picture. Let's add in a picture of the tiny bear. It doesn't even have to be a project. It can just be, here, start a conversation as a comment, I worked out today. Great. And then I can come in and be like, that's outrageous. Maybe the outrageous thing you did was draw a smiley on the board. Ooh. If you don't want to show off, you can just come in and interact with other people. I like your smile. What smile? Oh, that one right here that I'm pointing to. Yes, this is gonna be awesome. And Milanote is available for free with no time limit. So go use my link in the description to sign up for Milanote for free. And yes, there is also a link to this board that you can do whatever you want to. And now, gotta get back to managing my money. Now this really dramatic bank here is making me nervous, so I think I need to epoxy it and let that set overnight. Oh, thank you, title card reminder. Yes, this is day 8 working on this project. I guess money accrues very slowly, but the epoxy is looking good and this is working. So I was figuring out how to work with pennies at this point and had this weird little situation. So I made another weird little situation to match because I meant to do that. Now I'm very nervous moving on from here because I made a 3D mock-up of this just to get a sense of what it's like to build a dollar sign in space. And that mock-up sitting out in my workshop broke right there on the weak point that is about to happen where all the weight is hanging on that side. And if there's a weak point in the small model, I can guarantee that's gonna be the dangerous point in the big one because as I was building my giant balancing bird, the small one kept snapping over and over at the same spot on the wing. Months after finishing that video, I was shooting a short with the finished giant balancing bird and it catastrophically decided to fly off my head and broke in the exact same spot. But it's fine, we're fine, everything's gonna work. Let me explain why making this artwork is physically taxing. No, but seriously, I am repeatedly gluing and placing and gluing and placing, and I have done thousands of bodyweight squats. Also, this heavy weight is hanging from my face as I'm leaning over. I keep waking up with a sore neck because I'm getting a neck workout, which actually I'm thrilled about because I am boxing in Creator Clash 3 this year, so I need to build up my neck strength so I don't get a concussion. I was planning on doing it on my fitness channel, but apparently I'm doing it here. It often feels like creating on my channel means I get paid to work out, which feels illegal. That should only be reserved for an elite few like construction workers, NFL players, and strippers. It is so difficult trying to figure out how to bring something into the world one thin layer at a time, being a human 3D printer. Yes, this part is hard, but there's also, from above, I need to make sure it's 90-degree angles, and then I need to make sure this stays flat, which I'm sure you're saying, okay, yeah, they're pennies, but I think I just scientifically proven that pennies are not flat. And if there's any little drift, X, Y, or Z, or even over here, they were starting to rotate this way, that drift will turn into suddenly things are completely wrong and you can't go back. And because pennies are scientifically not flat, I'm having to leave a lot of spaces where I'm figuring out how to get them back to level row by row, which I actually think is a good thing because we may do something with that at the end. How are we feeling on balance? I'm starting to get a lot of weight over here, not over here, so I'm even more worried. I also technically got paid to make my car a living thing, and to make the world's most uncomfortable toilet, and to turn a pile of pennies into a very structured pile of pennies. Yes, you see me work my butt off non-stop, but this always feels like it shouldn't be a legal way to earn a living. Oh no, I just realized I should have started going straight up about 7 rows ago. Let's see, the template is making it look like I should start going straight up right now, but I didn't exactly follow the template at the bottom. So this line should line up with itself instead of being shifted over here. And I don't know if I can fix this. Oh, that doesn't feel good. I don't want to snap the whole thing. Okay. Yes, okay, this is good. I did not expect to be using the trusty craft scissors for this piece. Definitely illegal to be able to hit the undo button on something so permanent like this. Yes, I was able to save this money. A non-human 3D printer has to start over when it messes up. I've hit my physical limit for the day. I need to give my neck a break and also my fingers. Look at that. Yeah! Except I'm not done yet. I still need to try and reinforce this overnight, so I'm using this epoxy putty to see if I can stick it up underneath this curve where regular epoxy would just drip off. Sorry I can't show you what I'm doing. I can't even see what I'm doing. Oh, this is too hard. Okay, I'm risking it with no gloves. I just need to feel what's going on inside there. Yeep. Okay, that's much better. I think I got it coated down to where the other epoxy starts, and then I'm just gonna shove this up in there to add more weight on this side because I'm getting really nervous about the balance. Yeah, it's already way heavier on this side than that side. I'm worried I'm gonna wake up to it falling over and crash pennies everywhere, which is the least cool way to make it rain. Always using my tools correctly on this channel. There we go. Hooray, the sculpture is fine. So are my hands. I know you're worried. It's a good thing they're not sensitive. Now to put a hole in my sculpture, intentionally, I gotta do this part, make a penny bridge somehow. I did figure out how to do this for that hole, but I still somehow feel unqualified. And so, yes, you are watching me watch myself on my channel to get a tutorial. I just built a bridge of coins in my head. That should not work. So it turns out my expert advice is you just go for it. Every video I learn something new, but an education is usually something you pay for, so I'm getting away with stealing an education. Excuse me.
I'm trying to find this expensive penny. For real, we need to find this. I mean, like, it's definitely in here. We need to take this apart.
What? You're distracting. I'm trying to get this done.
I'm trying to get rich.
What are you looking for?
It's a penny, but the backside was mistakenly printed, and it has, like, the information that a dime has.
I mean, that sounds cool. I would want that, but I don't know if I would pay someone. How much is it worth?
$125,000.
Wow.
I'm looking for a dime. Top of the line.
You're not gonna find any, but you can have 10 of these.
Oh my god.
What?
It says 1 dime.
What? It's an actual dime.
I'm just kidding. Did it work? I said I'm looking for a dime, and I found a dime in this.
Okay, to the pants pallies that watched the whole struggle and not skip to the end, you're gonna know that there's a dime hidden on the inside.
I can't believe I found a dime in a bag of pennies.
I paid 1 cent for that dime. Wow, what a deal. Don't send this to the bank because I just defrauded them, I think. You realize you haven't said one thing about what I'm making right in front of you right now.
It's very cool. It's very heavy.
Yeah.
Your patience is unparalleled.
She made me wait to hear the rest of the sentence.
Oh, my neck hurts.
Oh yeah? Try putting a weight on it.
Well, I gotta take a break. Bye.
Bye. Our world has these rules about what's important and what you're supposed to care about. Screw that! Ignore the laws and just focus on what's important to you. Yeah, there are probably a lot of valuable rare pennies in here, but I don't want to focus on caring about money. I want to focus on making a cool artwork. Well, the template is saying I still need to go higher right here on this part, but we cannot take the template at face value. The bottom doesn't adhere to it exactly, so I should make this match itself, not the template, which means, okay, there are 37 rows I counted here, and there are 37 rows here now, so I now need to make this connect to that, which also means a lot more weight on this side, so I hope my drill is doing its job. That isn't its job. There are also a lot of rules on how to be a contemporary artist full-time. You have to play the game and show in galleries and network with curators and collectors, except I am doing none of that, and I am, in fact, a contemporary artist full-time. I am thrilled you all have allowed me to shatter the laws of the art world and reach a lot of people with my work. This overhang part is so hard. I want to draw a line out and over and back, and then print downward from there, but that wouldn't hold that giant bridge, and especially with all that weight. Even if I'm doing it the way that I am right now, where I'm printing in columns instead of rows, it's still so much weight over here. I feel like I need to add more rows to hold that. The more I think about it, the more I'm amazed that this exists. How did I do that? Okay, wait, I think I got it. I just gotta go a flat piece that goes all the way down, so a thick bridge that hopefully holds, and then build up from there. Maybe. I've been dropping them a ton this whole time because my hands are so covered in glue I can't feel anything. I am really confused on how to pull this together now because I need to build out from there. And that means I'm going to be shoving pennies in all of these slots and hoping it works. It is now well past midnight, and I was working super late on this last night too. Here's a sketch that I did, trying to figure out the balance of this thing while I was in bed at 3:43 a.m. But that did help me figure out that this side needed to be bigger, which made my life harder today. But I know it's worth it. I want this thing to be even looking and awesome, and we always want the highest execution of artwork that will feel illegal if we can pull it off. Now, I'm committing to this because epoxy is forever. And I don't even know if I should, because I'm gonna have to build up the sides and maybe that won't work, but I don't think there's any way around making sure this is really sturdy so I can add more weight tomorrow. I just hope I can continue to build on this and I'm not solidifying a horrible error. Okay, wait, what? I just looked at it from the side and that looks impossible. I don't know how I made that happen, but I hope it's still happening in the morning. Still there. And wow, it is looking splendagious. I'm sorry. I'm just so surprised that I had to coin a new term. No question we are breaking laws here. The laws of physics. Yes, I was able to connect this back to these rows, so it worked. Although this is the most weight that there will be on that side, while that point being the weakest, so I need to stop talking to you and get back to causing the inflation of the US dollar. My puns are so good, they should be illegal. Or so grown, they should be illegal. Either way, I should be stopped. Now, how to end this artwork. If you saw the previous video, you probably put in your vote for how I should finish this. I could clean it with vinegar to make it super shiny, or figure out how to soak it in vinegar for a long time, which would make it green. And I'm so glad I asked, because a bunch of you were like, Spags, vinegar dissolves super glue. I'm honestly thrilled that I've grown an audience of smart people. Thank you for lending your common sense. We are not doing anything with vinegar, although I did clean one in the previous video. Does that mean I was money laundering? Though a bunch of you did want something that would not make it fall to a bunch of pieces. LEDs! So I'm just gonna stuff this thing chock full of lights and close it up and we'll see what happens. So I do believe to get it into all the twists, I'm gonna have to move it. Beep. Okay, fitness channel coming in hot. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of art. Yeah. Ow, ow, ow. Yep. Oh, ow. Whoa. Okay. Good, yes, it's intact, and I'm still kind of. Why did I tangle these up? I know exactly why, because I thought it would look cool on camera. I've been working on this project for so long. This was supposed to be the easy part. I think it's working. I have a ton of this stuff, so I'm kind of using itself to push itself in further. Of course, I can't see what I'm doing, and neither can you, so this is really interesting and fun video. Let's just skip to it being done. All right, now I think I've successfully completely filled the hole in the market. Now the dollar needs to rise. Now, let's calculate this market cap. What feels most illegal about all of this is the fact that you're hanging with me. I'm a nerd that got excited about pennies, and somehow there is this outrageous group of pallies that are down to hang with me through the stupid excitement. Oh, I do believe this is our last bottle, which means 21 total. There may be more glue weight than penny weight on this. It feels like I should not be allowed to just pursue what I'm interested in, and you all should not be here making it possible, but you are. I guess what I'm saying is, the fact that you're my pally is so awesome, it's illegal. The final penny. E pluribus unum. But wait, after all of that trouble with this overhang, there is shockingly only one egregious hole that looks really bad, and I can't shove 1 cent in there because it hangs out too much. But I could shove half a cent in there. Before all your smart comments came in, I thought for sure everyone was going to tell me to make this green, and that would be intentionally corroding the metal, which I think is defacing currency. But since we're not doing that, and I promised illegal, man, this is so very public. It fits perfectly to fix the hole, and we now have an illegal artwork. Unless someone ignored my disclaimer in the beginning and sent this to you and you're a cop, then that was just a prop penny that I made for storytelling purposes. Now that this is artwork, it shouldn't be around where there was dirty money. Let's get this to a clean gallery for viewing. Ugh. Wow, this turned out so much better than it should have. Really, truly feels like it shouldn't be allowed, and totally worth the time investment. Now, 3, 2, 1, blow. Oh my goodness, that's incredible. Look at the patterns it spills out. Thank you, pallies. Making it light up was a capital idea. If you liked this, you'll like seeing when I carved a microscopic chocolate bear out of a Hershey Kiss. I'll put that down there for you. He just got absolutely destroyed. Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie, and I want to see if I can carve candy into a microscopic sculpture. There is art inside there, I just gotta figure out how to let it out. I want to make an itty bitty edible bear, a miniature that's microscopic in magnitude, just millimeters tall. This is what I think is in here.